If you've played Roblox before, I know damn well you've played Natural Disaster Survival. This is the most iconic Roblox game I can think of. Everybody's heard of it. Even people who haven't played Roblox may know about this game. It's got 3.4 billion visits. It's been pretty much the same ever since 2008, has 30 people per server, and it's got 11.6 thousand people playing it. But it's also kinda awful. Let me show you real quick. You see that? You see that, Crip? That's the problem we've been dealing with on this godforsaken game. But I have a solution. I think in the background there was also a hacker. That's another problem it has. Here's my solution. It's this game. It's literally just the same thing, but better. I cannot think of a single thing that this does worse. Gather your friends and embark on the ultimate disaster survival adventure. Run from tsunamis, escape flash floods, and celebrate teamwork as you navigate the unpredictable twists of nature together. This really looks like it's supposed to be awful, right? You just expect it to be a terrible clone that you're not gonna like. You'll be surprised. First of all, even if you die, you can join the current round as a ghost, and if you first join and there's already a round going, you can join it. This is the spawn island. It's actually pretty cool looking, aside from the broken textures on the ground, which I think is my fault. And you even have a shop. You can buy supplies for the different disasters, which are all, like, just infinitely better than natural disaster survivals disasters. You can buy this sign and, harass people, get a glass hammer. Me personally, these are my favorite items. I like having the teddy bear, this balloon, which I got with Robux, actually. This glass hammer. I don't think it'll work on spawn, but let's see. Nah. This will break glass for you. Got campfires because you get a blizzard and there's actually a warmth mechanic, so it actually makes sense. Unlike natural disaster, where essentially everything just turns into snow. Got med kit, I guess is what you would call that, and you got golden apples because, as we know, I'm playing Minecraft today, not Roblox. You also get to vote on the maps, which are all much better than natural disaster survivals maps. Not as iconic, but they are better. If you feel like playing as a ghost, which means you probably won't get any kind of benefit after playing the round, you just go here and you walk into that. It's really good if you're playing with friends and you wish you could be near them. I find that to be really, really cool. You also have a streak, which you can change with these settings. You can also do an AFK mode. Feast your eyes on these settings. It's a lot more than natural disaster has. And also, people don't fling. People do not fling at all. Even whenever there's physics happening, you don't fling. And I haven't ran into a hacker yet, but I'm sure there's some. This is the high school. I usually like to wait out here to see what the disaster is. It starts raining beforehand, which gives you an idea of what it could be. Oh, the hurricane. It's kind of like a flash flood and a thunderstorm at the same time. This is what the glass hammer does. You can barely tell I broke it, but you see that little gap up there? That's how you know I broke it. Oh my goodness, what happened over here? Oh my gosh, what is happening? Okay, so the flood isn't really rising, it just gets up to like... Oh, it's rising now. Or not. So the flood is mildly dangerous, but not to the same extent as a flash flood, it's just a flood. Which I think is really neat. Anyway, that was just one map and one disaster. There's a bunch of really interesting ones, and really there's only one that I don't like, and that's the nuclear reaction. And that's because it's basically a volcanic eruption but green, and it happens way too often. However, the rest of the disasters are really interesting, and I've always liked the maps. It just seems like an improvement on natural disaster survival as a whole, and I see that there is still a place for the original game because of the novelty, but I find this to just be a better game overall. I'll put a link to it in the description, and you can definitely try it out if you want to. And if you prefer normal natural disaster survival, then that's great. More power to you. I'm glad you can enjoy that game more than I can.